on live. Let me know, Jordan. Oh, we are. Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can keep the coughing down to a minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got to turn volumes off here. Uh-huh. Boy, did it rain today.
Yeah.
Little snow in the mountains, apparently.
No, not much at all, actually. Just a little hint, perhaps. And
You're in Yakima. Biggest snowstorm of the year thus far. And yet, here you are.
mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I got me a vehicle to go through that.
And getting behind a snowplow.
That helps. Yes.
Stay right on their bumper.
Oh, yeah, man. You'd be amazed how much snow they can move.
They move a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Thank
Call
goodness.
Plow for a reason. So I'm looking forward to getting back to some fishing here. We've been hunting ducks. We've been hunting pheasant and chucker and traveling all over and waiting for things to drop. You know,
Ricky Bobby says, I'm not sure what to do with my hands. When I pick up a fishing rod, I go, is it left or right now? It's been so long, I can't remember.
I can't remember.
No.
Locally here, I mean, a few of the rivers are actually fishing fairly well.
So I've heard.
A little bump in water here the last couple of days. It rained a ton here in Olympia the last 2 days. Came down pretty good. I have not got on and looked at the gauges. I just am assuming, of course, they're bumping up. But, we have colder temps now, though, too. It has dropped.
We do. Yes, we do.
Significantly. Well, you think about in mid-December when we experienced the floods, freezing level was 8,000 feet.
It's pretty high.
That's why we had all the floods. Now it's down where it should be, 2,500.
My porch.
2,000, 2,500. My porch, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yakima. Yeah. You had snow when you left the house today.
It was snowing when I left the house today, yes. Snowing a lot.
Is it supposed to continue to snow? I mean, we're heading to Idaho tomorrow, right?
Well, it depends on where you are.
Yeah.
If you're going across the pass like I was doing today, yeesh, there was over 2 feet of snow fell last night.
You came over on White Pass.
Yeah, I don't call it that for nothing.
Good point.
I tell you.
Yeah, so towing the trailer, heading to Idaho tomorrow. We're heading south and then east.
Yeah, well.
We're got to go where it's a little warmer, a little less.
We're gonna go down just north of San Diego and head in.
And then come on back up to Idaho. Yeah. Yep. No, want to take a safer route. Of course, it'll take us longer. A little extra hour and a half.
It is what it is.
If you get up there on Snoqualmie and you sit.
And you will.
Oh.
Have you seen the pictures of all the spin outs and the crashes and why they closed that thing yesterday?
No, when they're predicting 2 to 4 feet of snow, it's just like, why would you
let all the drivers in Seattle turn them loose and go up fast? And this is what happens.
Yep. Let's see who we got on here. Anthony Rubio Outdoors. Will you both be at Portland Sportsman Show? Anthony,
I'll be doing 2 seminars
down in Portland. And what booth are you working in?
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of freestyling, bopping around.
So we'll have a 40-foot booth in Puyallup. We are not having a booth down in Portland this year. We're going to go do the Boise show. So Portland will be there for 2 or 3 days. I'm going to, matter of fact, talk to John Posey yesterday. I'll probably spend 2 or 3 days in Lamaglass. Yeah.
I probably will too in Portland.
Yeah.
That's what, man.
Probably a good place to hang out, talk to folks, meet people. Yeah. So, so probably going to do that. Probably going to hang out at the Lamaglass booth, maybe bounce around a little bit, talk to some folks in the industry, but we're not doing a booth this year. We just opted to take a year off down there. Logistics, the amount of work, small team, the cost, and under new management, I kind of wanted to see how it goes.
Sure.
To be honest, I mean, it's sounds like they're filling up. Sounds like Puyallup is going to have, I don't know if they're max capacity. If last year they had sold, as far as I was led to believe, every space available for vendors. They were sold out. Cool. So that's a great thing. That means people are coming back to the sportsman shows, which is good.
Right.
So not sure where they're at this year under new management ownership. I guess we'll see how it all comes together. So far, I mean, getting all the info and processing through to locate our booth there in Puyallup, pretty seamless with Mike running it and is doing a good job.
You'll find us. Not to worry.
Oh yeah, we're same spot. Same spot, booth 570, I believe. Yeah, sounds about right. I'm going to start putting that info out as soon as we get back from Idaho.
See?
Yeah. Let's see who else is on here. All right, sounds good. JJ Dial, heard a rumor. Certified pros, I think those are coming back. Any intel to wait, Bill?
Maybe I know something.
Yeah, maybe Bill knows something.
Yeah.
There are discussions. Everybody wants that certified pro.
Well,
JJ, for good reason.
I had a nice little talk with John Posey a few times in the last month. You might see them.
Might be bringing them back.
You might see them.
It's a Northwest favorite.
Yeah.
You know, people ask about them still. So, yeah, I guess we'll see. Yeah. Why ask me, JJ, when we got the Lamaglass man sitting right next to me?
I only know what I hear.
Historical value. Make a note of it. There's only one man in this room out of the three that has had his name put on a fishing rod and sent out to the masses.
Wow. And most people just scratch it off or put a piece of tape over it, you know.
Paint over it, put their own name on there. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I broke a few of those certified pros. Wish I had them back. Not I mean, we're talking car doors and
right. I can honestly say
I wasn't having performance issues.
But I have never broken a rod on a fish. It's all been my stupidity. I've just stepped on them, put them somewhere that wants to be. Ceiling fans.
I
destroyed a few of those.
Those will get you.
In Mexico, as a matter of fact, I stuck 7 of them at one shot in the ceiling fan walking into the house. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Every one of my rods I brought down there with me.
Yeah, broke every one.
I walked around, slide the door open, and carefully put it on the sliding door. And when it went up in the air and I heard, shat, it's like somebody took a bunch of dry spaghetti and went, I knew what that sound was. And oh, boy.
So when you brought them home, did you go like a week at a time, just take one in and say, hey, could I just, the warranty on this? Yeah.
No, the stupid factor was way off the chart on that one.
Yeah, I wonder how many people, Anthony, have hit the ceiling fan with fishing rods. I mean, you forget about it. Yeah. I have a rule, no ceiling fans in my house. Never go full Bill dance. Yeah. Will there be a Herzog spoon rod, Bill?
I can't say there will be.
You can't talk about that.
Might not be.
Some things are classified.
Yeah, but I'm saying just keep your hopes up on that one, and you might be lovingly surprised. Is that a word? I don't know.
Lovingly surprised. Yeah. You wake up in the morning and you see it on the news. I mean, it's like grabbing a president from another country. You don't know any of that. You don't know what's going on until it's done. And then there it is. So, that's just kind of how things go. Who knows? Discussions are happening.
Yes, they are.
Things may be moving forward. We can only hope. Would love to see a spoon rod with Bill's name back on it. That is for sure.
I'm telling you, man. Me too.
Yep. You know, the great thing about Lamaglass, John Posey stepping back at the helm. First thing he did, send me fishing rods for all the fisheries we do. Here, make sure you're fishing them, right? And I'm like, gladly, right? The fact they can supply a fishing rod for every fishery we do, and there's a number of them when you go out throughout the year.
Well, that way it's representative no matter what we're doing.
100%.
Got to be there, right?
Nothing on the boat but Lamaglass, and very, very pleased to be there compared to previous. Absolutely. Maybe a new Herzog spoon and Dave Vetter float rod. Dave doesn't fish anymore. He certainly doesn't float fish anymore.
No, Dave is Dave's old.
Yeah, Dave's an old man.
but he does fish. But I don't think it's been a while since Dave went steelhead fishing or anything.
I believe it. Well,
But if he gets a new rod with his name on it, he'll have to. He can't get out of it. This
got to break it in.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Oh, great, Matt! You're going to make it over to the Steelhead Expo. You fishing the Derby? We are fishing the Derby. Pretty excited about that. So it's going to be a great weekend over there. If you guys have time and looking for something to do, yes, the weather's going to be a little challenging.
Dude, it's January.
But truthfully. Later on Thursday afternoon, the weather looks to be breaking a bit, and Friday it looks actually pretty darn good. And coming home on the pass is going to be just fine. So if you can, You don't have to be over there till Friday for the expo. The Derby starts Friday morning as well. Friday, Saturday, Sunday event. Bill, we're going to be busy. 3 seminars a piece.
Woo!
You know,
let me tell you,
I'm doing a lot of bait carrying. Of course, I always look forward to talking drift fishing because, as I told you, I bring 4 fishing rods, and they're going to be rigged up specifically. Flossing rod. I'm going to tell you what I think about that. Side drifting rod, which is not to be confused with drift fishing. So I try to dispel the myths and be very on point in description of why this rod is rigged this way and what it's specifically for.
Sure.
Side drifting versus drift fishing versus bobber dogging. All 4 of those completely
mutually exclusive.
4 different presentations.
Better believe it.
And
I'm going to be talking about, this is a new one for me. I hope it goes well. Spoon fishing for steelhead. I'm going to try that one.
Gonna give it a go?
How that goes over. And then Mr. Wyatt wants me to do a where to, how to, all about the OP. What good timing to go on rivers, which rivers they want to go. It's going to be everybody that people hate. I'm going to be talking about where to go, what to do, where to park, when to go. So yeah, they're going to love that. But bring your notebooks.
Yeah, no, that's going to be a good one. That's the first time you're doing it too.
Yeah,
and you got slides to go along with that.
I do. It'd be fun. Be fun
a lot of historical value there. A question from Anthony: Coon shrimp recipe question. If I leave the boraxo fire out of the recipe and the balls of fire, will it affect durability, as I didn't have any when I made it? Everything else is in the recipe. Well, I don't know because I've never left the boraxo fire out of the recipe. So I can tell you the recipe that I do and that I will be doing once again over there in Idaho, showing how to cure coon shrimp with my recipe that a lot of folks use and find success with. It's never failed me. Bill, we were fishing Baker Lake this last season, July. We were fishing coon shrimp that I cured in 2018, if you remember.
Right. Oh, yes.
And they were
murdering.
Just as firm as could be. Gave off a ton of scent, held their color.
Similar story from back in the day at Broodstock.
Right.
When I pulled a container of yours out of the freezer that was 6 years old, I believe. They were railing over everything else going on out there.
Anthony, the comparison there is fire brine. I had used fire brine back in the day when we were developing recipes and trying different things. Fire brine does work, but for me, it's a short-term cure. In other words, you're not going to have those coon shrimp in your refrigerator for years with the fire brine process. It's a little softer of a bait. I like to really firm them up. That's why you see a mixture of salts and sugars in boraxo fire.
I kept mine in the freezer.
Yeah.
And they don't quite freeze.
They won't freeze because there's too much salt in the brine.
Super cold.
I've never put them in the freezer.
It's perfect. They're perfect.
It's always just in the fridge.
Right.
And they just, well, the other thing too, people talk about their bait fridge or the refrigerator. I keep my bait fridge at 34 degrees. Cold enough to just chill everything, but not freeze anything. It also really knocks down the potential for bacteria and mold. Like, how long can you store eggs in the refrigerator? Well, there's a lot that goes into that. How clean was your area when you were, curing those eggs?
You got to be almost like guys who put computer parts together. You got to wear a white suit and all this, vacuum
keep the lab clean. That's why I do everything on puppy pads now. Like, sterile environment. So for eggs have a lot of bacteria on them anyway. It's not like you're dealing with a really finite non-bacterial environment. But as you go through the process and when you're storing baits, the colder you can keep your bait fridge without freezing, the better they're going to do. And the less bacteria you're going to have. If it's 41 degrees or something, that's pretty warm to keep things from spoiling. Hey there, FHN, I just came on. How's the show? Oh, well, real quick, we're getting started. Jordan, we should probably get going because when we get into show 2, we got a guest joining us and we got to do that. So all right, we should probably do that. Hey, evening, David. Nice to see you on here, my friend. Clayton, sorry, late rotator cuff shoulder replacement today. I cannot believe you actually. I saw you in the hospital, and here you are on the show, buddy. Way to go. That man needs an award, or I might need to send him a gift package or something. Clayton is the man. All right, folks. We're going to launch the show here, get going for show number 1 for the evening.
Here we go.
Lots of duck hunting coming up. You guys are going to like this. Trust me. This was a fun couple days. We had a great time. Great job, Jordan, shooting this content. If you don't duck hunt, doesn't matter. I think you're going to enjoy this. Stick around. We got a good couple shows on tap for tonight. I think you guys will enjoy. Jordan, count it down. Let's get going. Hello and welcome to Fish on West, New England. Bill Herzog.
Hunting, fishing is my kind of style. I plucked the wine new chewing.
Right there. Oh, there we go.
I'm proud I own the
River Brights and Hatcheries. Keep that fish. Look at that thing. It's not a bad start right there. Oh, it's a big kokanee.
Well, this is as old school as you could ever imagine.
We're fishing this McKay pot. One of the cool things about a McKay pot is it's got our bait tunnel built in.
Well, buddy, what do you think, huh? Oh my gosh. You spotted him. 360 rod in the Quick Series. Fantastic rod. 10.5 foot, 17 to 40 pound rating. Water getting in there, and he's going to pull right out of my hand. There he goes. Hello and welcome to Fish on Northwest, New England. Bill Herzog.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic now that you're here. Coming to you from the Fish on Northwest studio here in Olympia, Washington. So glad you could join us for tonight's program. We got a busy show.
We do.
We got a busy show indeed. We'll talk about you getting over here through the snowstorm and all that and everything involved. But hey, we got too much content, not enough time. We're going to jump right to it. Duck hunting on the east side, just outside of Othello. Couple of weeks ago, longtime friend Shelby Ross Outdoor Adventures, and we are also joined by Aaron Echternkamp, Eastern Washington Guides. Had a phenomenal couple days over there. Great duck shoot over corn. Cooked up some duck kebabs in the blind. Going to bring that all to you. Check this out. Oh, you got a bag of bags. Hey guys, New England Fish Hunt Northwest. We're out here in a pip line in a cornfield, hunting geese actually, but we got some nice Canadians around. We got snow geese, and of course the ducks are going to fly as well. Great opportunity here. First time bringing a pip line to you, so pretty excited about that. Aaron Echternkamp over here in Eastern Washington Guides, and of course with longtime buddy Shelby Ross Outdoor Adventures. Brought some familiar faces that I know you're going to recognize. Got Jed Stout out of Owaco, Toby Wyatt from Idaho, Levi clear down at the far end helping with some call duties today. The hunting, according to Aaron, has been pretty good, so we're just waiting for the birds to show up. We can hear them in the distance, and it's just a matter of time. I'm going to bring the day to you. Here we go. Got a couple.
Got a runner.
Got a runner. Yep.
Come on, catch him up. There.
I forgot how much fun this is.
Hold. Here. Drop.
Allied, the new leader in heavy gauge aluminum boats. Allied boats have standard reverse chine and lifting rakes to help you plane faster and run at lower RPMs. Allied Boats have several models to choose from, ranging from a 19-foot Mustang all the way up to a 32-foot Liberator. So regardless of what type of heavy gauge aluminum boats you are looking for, Allied Boats will have it for you. Contact Allied Boats today to learn more about these incredible fishing machines.
Sharp as can be. Super strong, super durable.
Really good penetration. Thinner and stronger.
Catch fish after fish.
I want to make sure that I'm using the best stuff possible.
World's finest hook.
World's finest hook.
Gamakatsu. World's finest hook.
Before I head out in the field, I make sure I'm ready. Out here, moments come without warning. And what most people call luck is just being prepared when the chance finally shows up. Work sharp.
Max Lure has been making time-proven fishing lures since 1969. Our quality fish attractors have become essential gear for generations of anglers. From the iconic wedding ring and sling blade to the versatile sonic bait fish, each of our products are designed to help you reel in bigger and better fish. Max Lure products have helped anglers catch more fish for years, and we're confident you will too. Get your tackle at maxlure.com.
Hey guys, so here we are, Aaron. This morning, number of birds flying over, but boy, they just didn't want to commit, huh?
No, they didn't. I pretty much thought that we had somebody hunting down this area, moving the birds.
Yeah.
I've hunted them pretty much 7 days straight up on the top.
Okay, so they're a little leery about dropping in on us.
Yeah, I had not a problem. They'd been playing, but just today they said, no thanks, we're not going to play anymore.
Well, we sat there better part of the morning, and then you said, all right, guess what? We're going to pack it up, give it a little rest, and a couple hours later, now we're back here in the lower field. We had a lot of bird activity moving, and
the snow's like, we didn't see much traffic for geese.
Yeah, right.
It happens. Sometimes they head out of there and go south.
Okay.
You don't see, I heard a bunch on the water at dark. And
yep.
They all started heading south, but they start coming back up mid-afternoon sometimes, and then they'll spend right around here.
Okay. Well, we got about, what, 3 hours of daylight left?
Yep.
So we're going to get an afternoon hunt in.
It really gets going usually about 2 o'clock.
Okay. But, better get into laydowns and cover up, huh? This is going to be good. Oh, geez, you're next to me?
Sure.
Huh?
Yep.
That dropped a few.
Sit. Sit. Sit.
Yep.
Dog gets it. Got a bite. Not bad.
Good. Good boy. Good boy.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Dropped right here. I got that one.
One, two, three, four. Got them all. That's good shooting right there.
That's a little more like it. We're getting better.
4 down. 4 up, 4 down. I like it. I like it a lot. I like shooting this gun. Safety on. Yeah, I was hoping we were gonna get those geese in here. They were coming. I would have waited on them geese.
Didn't we? Well,
Come on, come here.
Another hand.
Right here.
I know.
duck salad.
Who called it?
Duck
Mert,
soup,
come on.
I was gonna wait.
duck kebab, duck and rice, duck food young.
All hands. Landing in the corn. Good. $12 o'clock. One.
I think that one was a team effort. Heel, heel, no bird, fancy heel.
Everybody aiming for the same duck?
Heel, hey!
How's that possible?
I put 3 right
Heel.
on in the mix. Place, place.
Yeah, man.
Lay down.
Is that duck talking? Duck puppet? Toby, the duck whisperer. Affleck? Oh, ducks, ducks.
Shoot him. Watch yourself.
Boom.
Heel.
Yeah, we got 4 or 5.
I make my living catching fish, not only as a tournament angler, but as a guide as well. Catching fish is important, and Gamakatsu hooks for me, you know, they kind of help take the luck out of fishing a little bit just because they're a high quality hook. Obviously have a really good reputation for being very strong and very sharp. Gamakatsu, I use their products every day in the boat and, you know, big part of my success.
Toby, what are you doing?
Just petting the snub.
Decoy, okay. Toby, what'd you think? Good day?
Yeah,
we rallied. Good?
Time. Yep.
Yeah, good time. So I love hunting these corn-fed mallards over corn, big fat birds, some of my favorites. We'll knock them over water tomorrow. I can't wait.
And some giant groups. It's mesmerizing. Been doing this for years.
Yeah.
It just never gets old watching, a couple hundred birds swirling around you. And here, after legal shooting hours, they usually really come.
Now they're going to show up. Yeah. Well, we got all this to pick up before it gets dark. So we're going to get to work, and here they come. Yeah. Day 2 tomorrow. Stay tuned. Forgot my coffee. Forgot my headlamp. Suck. Guys, here we are. Good morning. Day 2, and we're on the water today, bud. We're off the corn, getting on the water.
No more layout blind.
No more layout blind.
Comfortable land blind, and
looking forward to those duck poppers.
They're in the cooler.
About 10 a.m. or so. Shelby Ross Outdoor Adventures, of course. One England Fish Hunt Northwest. We have John Cruz, Northwestern Outdoors Radio, and of course we got the regular clan there, Jed and Toby, and waiting for a few more clients to drop off this morning at one of your drop-off lines.
Coming down the dock now, and I'm sure they're delayed a moment because of the slippery road.
That happens.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Everybody good? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's W-R-E-N. Yeah. Yes. That's what. All right.
Just watching you do it.
The
way you are pretty tough.
Yeah, tough and hold.
I know the joke coming with it.
I don't know if there is one.
Here comes the sun, little darling. It brings the ducks. Quacka, quacka. Boom, boom, dead duck.
Single Canadian. You guys got any more clock? Yeah. Get ready. Get ready. Hand on your gun. John, ready? Shoot it. Shoot it.
Ooh,
Got him.
Jed, you hit him.
Going for a walk.
Jed.
Set it in the corner there for me.
2 shots, 2 birds.
Get ready. Kill him. 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 Thank you.
Got him.
Thank you.
I got that.
I was concerned.
That one. He did a backflip as soon as I hit him.
He didn't drop till I shot.
No.
You might as well just sit there all day.
You might as well not shoot my ducky after he's been hit. But feel free.
Well, based on yesterday, everybody needed some backup.
Yeah. Yeah. Shelby, there's a fire.
Charcoal bucket.
Yeah.
Stay warm with. And cook lunch with.
Yes, that's the end goal. Right now, we're just using it as a small warming fire, but yeah, we get to take it back inside and look forward to the infamous duck kebabs out here. Ross Outdoor Adventures, something you get to take part in. You kill them the day before. You have ducks from a few days ago, and you make up the duck kebabs, and we get to have them here in the blind.
Marinated duck. It's actually pretty fabulous.
It is amazing. It's a recipe that we've taken home for the last several years, 10 plus years now. I've been doing it, and the wife absolutely loves it.
Nice.
It's very, very good.
I bet sometimes it's
Yes.
Look at them things.
They're getting close.
About time to eat.
Getting close.
Oh yeah.
Give them another minute. Like you don't get near the heat with the lid closed. I think it would radiate better.
What do you think, Toby? I don't know if it's the maple bacon, the marinated duck, and the sesame ginger. What is it? It's a ginger teriyaki sesame seed, cream cheese, jalapeno. Ridiculous, right? Oh my gosh. So good. So hot.
He just was marking his.
Behind every great fishtail, every grip and grin glory shot, a record set, there lies tragedy. Folly, mishap, strife only an angler's heart can know. Out here, you have to earn your strikes. It won't be pretty, but we'll have your stern through thick and thicker. Because there are always more fish in the sea, and the right one, it's out there, just waiting to be found.
The Northwest premier upland bird hunting destination. Located along the beautiful Umatilla River in eastern Oregon. Fully guided bird hunts with expert guides and top-notch dogs. Enjoy comfortable accommodations and gourmet meals at the Riverview Lodge. Book your sensational hunting experience with Horseshoe Curve Outdoors.
Defiance Marine is the one-stop shop for the Pacific Northwest angler. Defiance Marine guarantees the best price on a new and best service on a repower for your current boat. Defiance Marine is a Honda Premier dealership and one of the largest on the West Coast. Defiance Marine is a boat dealer who proudly sells Defiance, Allied, and Arima boats. All boats are built by West Coast fishermen for West Coast fishermen. Defiance Marine has all your boating needs to help you get out on the water.
Before anybody hops in, we'll move to the back here and float this because we got too much crap in the front.
I'll give you a good shove off. He's stuck. Moving every couple of years. Packing up and finding a new. There's a beauty in the anonymity it brings. My feet get attention, I just run.
Well, Shelby, what a difference a day makes.
Boy, you ain't kidding.
I mean, yesterday morning, as we already said, started out slow, but we got in that second cornfield in the afternoon, those lay-down blinds, and man, guys, we had about 2.5, maybe 3 hours, but it was just on. And no complaints there, man.
We had, almost twice as much opportunity as we took because we had hens early. Yeah. And it's in the overcast, it's just tough to pick out the green heads.
That's a good point. You really got to wait till they get down on you so you can really define their head. But yeah, 6-gun limit yesterday in short order. When the ducks are flying, they're flying. But boy, when the fog sets in and you're on the water.
Fog is brutal. And here now, we're clearing off. And if we had time to hang, we'd have some more opportunity. But there's a Snoqualmie Pass to contend with. And,
there is indeed.
Obligations, so.
Yeah, well, once again, the duck taxi got us out into the blind and across the lake, navigating in the dark and coming back in the fog. And You absolutely have this thing dialed. I mean, it's always a pleasure to come out here and spend some time with you, whether we're on the cornfield or over the water in the blind. It's all good.
Good times.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ross Outdoor Adventures, Shelby Ross, the Duck Taxi, Mardon Resort. Check them out here, east side of Washington, just outside of Othello. Can't thank you enough.
Thanks for joining us.
Always a great time. So we had a blast. You guys have a good time?
Yes. Wonderful. Loved it.
Yeah. Always got to bring.
Quit.
What's that?
I didn't want to quit.
Of course you did not. Toby never wants to quit. On that note, we're going to quit. All right, welcome back in here. What'd you think?
Wow.
Good time.
I don't remember getting any duck breasts though from anybody.
I only have about 50 of them, so I may have to send you home with a few. Right. But phenomenal duck kebab recipe there. Toby's been doing it for years. We've been doing it here at the house, I don't know, 10 years now on the Traeger. It's a can't lose.
Yeah, it'd be on bacon.
Yeah, well, anything you wrap with bacon and throw in some jalapenos. So, hey, real quick, Bill, before we go, plan your hunt. Get a hold of Ross Outdoor Adventures. Talk with Shelby Ross. He's going to set you up. Phenomenal duck and goose hunts. We didn't have any geese flying in on that day, so we just kind of rallied the afternoon and had a phenomenal duck hunt over corn. That's the thing about it. You can hunt fields. You can hunt over water. You got different blind setups and options. But when you book your trip there, stay at Mardon Resort. Book your stay at Mardon Resort. They got amazing cabins. They have RV sites and hookups. They also have a marina. They have a store on site. They have a restaurant. Mardon Resort is where you want to go. www.mardonresort.com. Book your stay. Book your trip with Shelby Ross Outdoor Adventures. And, of course, the Duck Taxi will get you out across the water, bring you back safely, and it's a great opportunity, man. Some really good hunting over there on the east side from time to time.
I'll tell you what, I haven't done that for many years, but that looks like something I definitely want to do.
Yeah, well, if your shoulder can handle the shotgun nowadays, we'll make it happen. Going to do it for us for this week. So glad you could join us. Take advantage this week. Get outdoors, get something done. Mm-hmm. Have a great time. We'll see you next week right here, Fish Hunt Northwest. God bless. Well, there you go. That was the duck hunt. Man, let me tell you, it's too easy to say we had a blast. We had a really good time. Had Toby and Jed over there with us. Of course, Toby, if he's still on here.
A little story about a man named Jed.
Yeah. Well,
that poor guy, he's like, oh, I've never heard that one.
Never heard that one before. Yeah. Jed Stout out of Ilwaco. Yeah, good shot, man. That guy can ring some ducks, no doubt about it. Toby does okay too. He hasn't shot any ducks for a few years, so he was a little rusty. I had to play backup for him quite a bit, but and then he started. You
shot his duck, or you sluiced him around on the pond, didn't you?
No, but I would notice when I'd hit a duck, Toby would shoot it. So it's falling out of the sky, and then Toby would decide to shoot it. So
that's mine.
That's mine. Okay. I hit it first. He's like, well, you hit it, but I killed it. Well, I don't know about that.
It was twitching. I could see it twitching.
We've been on the road, pheasant chucker down to Oregon, gone to Idaho fishing. We went over to the east side for duck hunting. I mean, it's what you do when you have about a full month with blown rivers and, raging conditions and not a whole lot else to do. So we get all that stuff taken care of, done and out of the way so we can get back to fishing. And man, I got to tell you, really looking forward to getting back to fishing. Of course, we're going to fish this weekend through the expo, as long as we can make it over there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Oh, yeah.
Slow and steady.
Oh, yeah.
So look at Toby. He is, you winged him. I killed him. Yeah. Other way around, my friend. You Toby. He needs to take up a singing career though. I expect some karaoke out of Toby White over here at the Fish Expo.
We can do karaoke?
Oh, we may. I think they got karaoke there. You got a few of your favorites you like to.
I like doing that stuff.
So we can sing
Yeah.
Darth Maul.
Yeah. Brooks, Darth Vader, Brooks, whatever.
That guy.
All right. We got Eric waiting in the wings, so we should probably kick this off and get going. What do you say?
Okay.
Sound good?
Far away, Chester.
You get this, cancel that, and Let's see, I think that's ready, and I got my volume off. Okay.
Here we go.
All right. All right, Jordan. Okay. Hello and welcome to Fish Out Northwest, New England. Bill Herzog.
Hunting, fishing is my kind of style. I plucked the Wainucci with
Right there. Oh, there we go.
I'm proud I own the
That river bright to those hatcheries and keep that fish. Look at that thing. It's not a bad start right there. Oh, it's a big kokanee.
Well, this is as old school as you could ever imagine.
We're fishing this McKay pot. One of the cool things about a McKay pot is it's got our bait tunnel built in.
Well, buddy, what do you think, huh? Oh my gosh. You spotted him. 360 rod in the Quick Series. Fantastic rod. 10.5 foot, 17 to 40 pound rating. Water getting in there, and he's going to pull right out of my hand. There he goes. Hello and welcome to Fish Out Northwest, New England. Bill Herzog.
Hello.
Hello. Coming to you from the Fish Out Northwest studio here in Olympia, Washington. So glad you could join us for today's program, and we got another good one on tap. Lots of great discussion ahead of us, my friend.
Well, I did an episode of Ice Road Truckers before I got here, by the way, coming over the pass. So
the snow is falling in abundance. Snoqualmie was forecasted 2 to 4 feet. So we're not going that route.
No.
When we head over to the east side. So, hey, want to remind y'all, hunters, it's never too early to, well, once it's open, but it's never too early to go ahead and put in for your multi-season deer and elk tag, something I do every single year. Take full advantage of that when I can, when awarded those tags specifically and/or points. So, very nominal fee, $6.50 or something for you to put in for that. And if you get drawn, and high probability, a lot of folks do get drawn annually on that multi-season deer. Take advantage of that. It gives you 3 times as many days throughout a season that you have opportunity to go after deer. I highly recommend you look into that if it's something you don't do. Also, Bill, hey, we're in the new year now.
Yes.
2026. So if you are so inclined or plan to fish the Columbia River or any of its tributaries,
which I'm going to do and you're going to do. Guaranteed.
True story. Yeah, but we're in Idaho. Oh, you mean sometime this year?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot.
100%. Yes. Yeah. We are now tasked with having to purchase the revamped, revitalized, brought back, throw it in your face once again, Columbia River endorsement.
Okay.
Just reminding folks, that is an extra purchase you have to make on top of all your license purchases for the year. Now, look, our current fishing licenses cycle out and end March 31st. Mm-hmm. You have to buy your new licenses by April 1, which, that should be the opening of Blackmouth. So something to look forward to,
Ooh.
I hope,
That was, thanks for that one. Yeah,
that was pretty amazing last year.
I'm all excited now.
Oh, see, I'm not happy with the 38% fee increases on our licensing across the board. It's a pretty good hit. And plus now we have to buy the Columbia River endorsement. It's just a frustration. I don't hang this all on WDFW. Obviously, the legislators did not do them a solid this last year in 2025 with decimating their budget, and they're doing everything they can to not lay off folks and close hatcheries and those types of things. We've taken a few hits. Some folks were had to leave their positions, and of course there were a couple of hatcheries that did take a hit, but they're doing everything they can to keep these fisheries up and going. It's just a constant battle in this state between lack of funding through legislators, and of course, our current makeup of the Fish and Wildlife Commission is not doing us any service as well. So things to think about. But yeah, that Columbia River endorsement is here now. It's 2026. Time to purchase. Okay, on tonight's program.
Yes.
We are going to welcome guest Eric Kinne, WDFW Hatchery Division Manager, surviving a catastrophic flood event and hatchery management, something we want to delve into. And then a brief discussion on an annual report that just came out from NOAA on the ocean conditions off the West Coast in salmon survivability for 2025. So some really great discussion on tap for today's program. Looking forward to getting Eric on the show, and we will do that right after this break. Allied, the new leader in heavy gauge aluminum boats. Allied boats have standard reverse chine and lifting rakes to help you plane faster and run at lower RPMs. Allied Boats have several models to choose from, ranging from a 19-foot Mustang all the way up to a 32-foot Liberator. So regardless of what type of heavy gauge aluminum boats you are looking for, Allied Boats will have it for you. Contact Allied Boats today to learn more about these incredible fishing machines.
I make my living catching fish, not only as a tournament angler, but as a guide as well. Catching fish is important, and Gamakatsu hooks for me, you know, they kind of help take the luck out of fishing a little bit just because they're a high quality hook. Obviously have a really good reputation for being very strong and very sharp. Gamakatsu, I use their products every day in the boat, and, you know, big part of my success.
Compact, clear, dependable. Bantam HD Youth Binocular. Learn more at vortexoptics.com.
All right, welcome back here to the program. Bill.
Hi.
We're going to have a great discussion here. I've been looking forward to this after our significant flood events of 2025 in mid-December. You know, on the minds of many, it was like, this is going to be, aside from all the damage and persons that lost a tremendous amount of stuff, and, you know, everybody's in recovery efforts now, substantial loss to our natural spawn fish in the gravel.
I took it for an absolute that this has to really give our problems with the our hatchery guys. How would they get through this?
Yeah, well, so we don't have time to tackle both major issues in one sitting. Tonight, we're going to focus on hatchery management. And I want to introduce Eric Kinne, WDFW Hatchery Division Manager. Welcome to the program, Eric. Glad you could take some time out and join us.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
Absolutely. So a lot going on in the realm of hatchery management and fish survivability when you have these catastrophic flood events, you know, raining down on you, so to speak. First off, let's throw out some stats here. How many hatchery facilities does the state or WDFW oversee and manage, and how many hatchery fish are we rearing or releasing annually?
Yeah, so we operate 80 facilities across the state of Washington, producing about 155 million salmon and steelhead and about 17 million trout.
That's incredible. Yeah, that's incredible.
Now, Eric, I know you guys are watching weather, right? You're watching the forecast and then flood predictions. You talk about the preparation. What do you need to do to prepare to protect hatcheries from loss when this stuff happens? I'm fascinated by this.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I wanted to talk about is, you know, our hatchery staff are the backbone of our hatchery operations, obviously, and they do a great job. We have a tremendous staff, about 275 staff that work out at hatcheries throughout the state. A lot of the staff live on site, and so they're living in state-provided housing. We have about 160 houses across the state, and they're required to full standby or be on call for when we have these different events like this, to make sure the water is running and oxygen is provided to our fish. So we're always watching the forecasts for wind, rain, and snow events, making sure our backup systems are tested on a regular basis, making sure our fuel tanks are topped off, making sure that our backup pumps are in place in case of emergency. All of those things happen. We make sure all of our alarms are tested. We test our alarms on a weekly basis for our main alarms, and then all of our incubation alarms on a daily basis. Sometimes we have to call in staff. I mean, living on station and pulling standby, I used to do it. I've been with the agency for 32 years. Wow. And so back when I worked in the hatcheries instead of, doing what I do now, being on call like that and having to get up in the middle of the night, I used to sleep with my clothes on. We have staff that set their alarm on the hour, just to, make sure we're responding to alarms and making sure intakes are clean and making sure that water is flowing to the hatcheries.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's there's a lot just day-to-day operations and everything you and your staff are doing. But to get through the year, make sure that we're not losing a lot of eggs or incubation and the fry. But to prepare for and get through a significant event like we just experienced is something else. Let's talk a little bit about the water. So everybody knows when we hit these extreme flood events, water just becomes a disaster. It's full of silt, dirt, lots of debris. Of course, there's pollutants. Oil, gas, septic, sewer, all that stuff gets mixed in with the water. How do the hatcheries continue to function and draw water to maintain operations when you are left with just a mud puddle, a cesspool of water that you have to choose from?
Yeah, typically we'll try and move over to like spring water or well water if we can, especially in incubation. A lot of our incubation facilities will be in all night long during a flood event, rotting trays, and so pulling the silt out from underneath the trays. We do have some systems that are set up to where we have pre-settling ponds, to where we settle out a lot of the settable solids before it runs through the facilities or through the ponds. But in a lot of situations, we're just stuck with, especially our salmon facilities. Most of them are built on major river systems and use river water directly from the system.
Yeah.
So we're kind of stuck in some situations where we just got to deal with it. After the fact, we always have, we have a camp staff, a construction maintenance staff out of our camp division that comes out and helps us during flood events. Just in this latest event that we had in December, Seuss Creek and Wallace lost our belt screens for their intakes during the night, and our camp staff came out in the middle of the night and helped us fix those things. And so our camp staff is a very valuable group of folks that really help us out when we need it. And then after, kind of after the fact, after the event, a lot of our ponds will be filled up with sand and silt, and so we'll have to vacuum and clean those out. Sometimes it's 3 or 4 feet deep at the head end of the ponds because we're pumping so much sand and silt.
Really quick, Eric. How often are you guys testing equipment to make sure everything's always operational, especially during these emergency events like we're having? Well, how do you test this stuff while it's going on? How do you know it still works?
Yeah, so most of our pumps are already running to provide water, but we test our backup generators on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, depends on how old the system is, because they just got to go through a change with a change gear, with the automatic transfer switches and some of those things. And so some of them are pretty old, and so we test them either weekly or bi-weekly to make sure that everything's operational, to make sure we have that backup source when we need it. And then if something goes down, something goes wrong with our generator, it doesn't start, then we have backup gas-powered motors and pumps that we use on occasion to try and get water to it while our camp staff is en route to try and address the problem with something that doesn't work.
Gotcha. All right, Eric, we're going to hold you right there. We got much more to talk about. Want to get into some broodstock conversation, of course, what the future may hold with these significant events and how you guys prepare for those moving forward. So don't go anywhere. Jumping out for a quick break. We'll be back with WDFW Hatchery Division Manager Eric Kinne right after this.
All Defiance boats are built without any structural wood materials. That is why all boats are backed with a lifetime warranty. All Defiance boats come standard with large fish boxes that are fully insulated so that you can ice your fish properly all day. All Defiance boats are foam flotation filled and unsinkable for the ultimate in safety while fishing offshore. Before you buy any boat, stop by or call Defiance Boats today to ensure you are getting the very best glass boat your money can buy.
Start your outdoor adventure at SportGo and Outdoor Emporium, 2 locations with the best selection of name brand outdoor gear at affordable warehouse pricing. Over 60,000 different items to fit in your adventure, like Gamakatsu fishing gear, premium grade high carbon steel hooks, Gamakatsu custom designed fillet and boning knives to tackle and storage containers. Gamakatsu, simply the best. Maximize your outdoor adventure with the right gear at SportGo and Outdoor Emporium, Fife and Seattle.
All right, welcome back here to the program. Still with our guest, Eric Kinne, WDFW Hatchery Division Manager. And Eric, before the break, we talked about a number of things. One thing I wanted to get in, did DFWs suffer any significant losses, as in loss of fish or, egg take, anything like that through this event?
Yeah, so our only loss of fish, and it really wasn't a loss in dead fish, it was a loss in fish got released early. And that happened at a Marble Mount.
Okay.
So we lost about 50 to 75% of the on-station coho yearling program and the spring Chinook yearling program. This program is about $502,000 for coho and about $465,000 for spring Chinook. But the pond was topped by about a foot of water over the top of all the ponds, and so they were able to swim out on their own. We're still trying to assess how many we got left, but we estimate there's somewhere between 25 and 50% of the fish left.
Okay.
Those are set to release in 2026.
Gotcha.
And all fish were already clipped and tagged as well. So,
well, all things considering, that's not a significant. I mean, any loss is detrimental to the long duration of runs performing. But hey, if that's what you guys were left with, I mean, hats off to you. Outstanding job getting through this. Mm-hmm. I want to kind of shift gears here. Washington State is complicated. Between our hatchery stocks, our wild fish, co-management, ESA listings, NOAA. I mean, the list goes on and on. Hatchery programs are very tightly managed. As a number of our fisheries, hatchery fish can be released, as far as what we can actually put into the water. Moving forward, what prevents DFW and co-managers from coming together and start collecting more wild stocks of fish to ultimately truly broodstock fish within basin, recognized genetic strain of fish within basin, to say, we're going to grab these wild fish, we're going to do egg take, we're going to broodstock these fish. In the event we have a catastrophic event where we know we're losing millions upon millions of fish in the gravel, we have a backup plan, or at least a band-aid of a backup plan that we can introduce fish back into the system and hopefully assist nature in moving forward for years down the road.
Yeah, so we operate around 157 programs for salmon and steelhead across the state. 98 of those programs are integrated programs, and so we're already bringing in natural origin broodstock into those programs. So a vast majority of our programs that in our West Side Rivers run integrated programs. So we're already bringing that broodstock in. So and what I mean by integrated is, it's bringing that natural origin fish in, whether that's 10% or up to 100% of that natural origin or the broodstock comes from our natural origin fish.
Right.
And we want to make sure that happens so our hatchery production is closely aligned genetically to the natural population. So we can do what you're just talking about. Is there's fish out there. If our hatchery fish end up on the spawning grounds, then they're genetically identical to the natural origin fish. So that's not a problem.
Well, let's talk about your future concerns, Eric. Does the WDFW think our climate, or future climate for that matter, could continue to make hatchery management tough?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're seeing it all over the place. We're seeing loss of water, higher water temperatures during the summer. And what it's done for us is it's been really telling us over the last several years that we need to kind of change some of our practices. And so all of our capital projects now encompass what's called partial recirculating aquaculture systems. And so those systems are set up to where we can reuse 75%, up to 75% of the water that we bring into the facility. So we run them through drum filters, through aeration towers, and through UV filtration, as well as chillers if we need to try and make sure that our programs have some longevity here. And so each one of our capital projects, and we receive somewhere between 60 and 70 million of biennia to replace infrastructure within our hatcheries. It's never enough. We've got about $1.5 billion worth of infrastructure across the state, and so it's never enough, but it does get us heading in the right direction. But we do have some places where we've eliminated yearling production because of water temperatures during the summer, where we just can't hold fish. fish get sick. They just don't survive that over summering.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, water temperature increase, especially in the dry summers, drought summers, high heat events, and low water. Of course, we didn't do any justice, years ago when we logged right up next to rivers and streams and took away all the shade and all those things. But we've learned. I think we've learned over the last 50 years all the things we've done wrong, and I know DFW and co-managers and everybody and is working hard to reestablish our runs and get them back. Real quickly before we go, there was some social media dialogue out there, as there always is, stating that some of the hatcheries were closing down due to flood damage. Any truth to that?
No, the only one that's currently going to be closed, at least until we fix it, is Sunset Falls, which is the fish ladder at Sunset Falls. We had some severe damage to that. I'm going to be heading out there next week to assess the damages and see what it's going to take to get it back operational for this summer. And then we had some other stuff, but no hatcheries have closed due to it. But we do have a lot of things that we're digging out right now. Jordan Creek intake at Marble Mount. We got Friday Creek intake. We had a slide last night that took out part of the road. So we're trying to get in there to clean the intake off because of the log jam that's on our intake and fish ladder. And the same thing at Forks Creek and Willapa Bay.
Yeah, well, the good news is winter is not quite over, and we still have more storms coming. So
that's the good news.
That's the good news. So always too much content and information to get through, Eric. Never enough time, but we do appreciate you taking time out today. Join us here on the program. Don't be a stranger. Much more we can talk about moving forward in DFW and management of fisheries, both hatchery and wild, as we progress to the future.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely.
Good stuff, Eric.
Yep. Have a great day. All right. Eric Kinne, WDFW Hatchery Division Manager, full of great information, and he will be back as a guest. Jumping out for a break. We'll be right back. Defiance Marine is the one-stop shop for the Pacific Northwest angler. Defiance Marine guarantees the best price on a new and best service on a repower for your current boat. Defiance Marine is a Honda Premier dealership and one of the largest on the West Coast. Defiance Marine is a boat dealer who proudly sells Defiance, Allied, and Arima boats. All boats are built by West Coast fishermen for West Coast fishermen. Defiance Marine has all your boating needs to help you get out on the water.
The Northwest premier upland bird hunting destination. Located along the beautiful Umatilla River in eastern Oregon. Fully guided bird hunts with expert guides and top-notch dogs. Enjoy comfortable accommodations and gourmet meals at the Riverview Lodge. Book your sensational hunting experience with Horseshoe Curve Outdoors.
When it comes to safety and security, trust the professionals at Phoenix Protective. Our highly trained officers provide 24/7 security services to meet your needs. We provide security for commercial properties, events, building entry, and more. We can monitor your property remotely with our monitoring equipment. At Phoenix Protective, your safety is our mission. Call us today or visit our website to learn how we can protect what matters to you.
All right, outstanding. Good info with Eric, huh?
He was aces, man. No stuttering, man. He was bang, bang, bang information. We need more guys like that.
We do. There's a host of folks through DFW. A lot of folks think they don't, really want us fishing and blah, blah, and whatever. But there's a lot of folks that are very passionate about their job, their responsibility. They want to see successful fish returns. They want to see successful out-migrant smolt. Population survivability and stuff. So they work very hard on a number of things. so many things coming at our fisheries constantly. It's a battle to, for survivability and good outcomes.
Well, you were talking about social media. So many of us out there only see the surface, a little bit of the area, what's going on, and it's usually something bad.
Yep.
Right. And so they assume that permeates through the whole system.
Right.
Wrong. Okay. But what you see on the surface, you don't judge a book by its cover, kind of thing. Which everybody we talk to, these guys all want us to fish. They all want more fish. They want more opportunity. There's no such thing to them as we're going to shut all you guys down.
Yeah, that's not their goal.
No, it's not.
Well, first of all, they'd be out of a job.
Right.
So
and
who wants to do that? Yeah, exactly. A recent press release article from NOAA Fisheries, Bill, caught my attention. It's the annual juvenile salmon encountered report, basically for the West Coast 2025. It says the juvenile salmon encountered a mixed bag of ocean conditions off the West Coast this year for the annual analysis. Now, NOAA, they have 15 or 16 different points of testing that they put into this formula, which basically spits out information of, hey, is the ocean conditions going to be favorable for outmigrant smolt survivability, or are we going to be up against it? Some of the things that they track, key points that they track, a few of them out of the 16: seawater temperatures, water temperature, and a lot of our fisheries is becoming a thing, both in river, reservoirs, Columbia River, those types of things. Salinity, potential fish prey for outmigrant.
That's huge.
Ginormous problem here in Washington State and Oregon along the coast with not only pinniped predation, but avian predation, all of it. Yeah.
The birds, they figure, eat millions of salmon and steelhead smolts.
Yeah, I got some numbers in that regard, and it's very frustrating. The numbers and types of copepods available out there in the ocean waters, that the smaller fish and the krill and everything feeds on. And then, of course, catches of juvenile coho salmon. Why is all this important? Look, you and I were doing radio back in 2015, 16.
Yes, we were.
10 years ago. We suffered a significant warming trend off the coast that was the blob that stayed there for the better part of a year.
Right.
It was a barren desert.
It was nothing alive in it.
No copepods, no krill, no forage fish, nothing. Like, fish were starving. Our fish returns in 2015, 16. The numbers, the forecasts were significant.
Sure.
The returning adult fish were so malnutritioned.
And small.
And
really
small. Just
really small.
even, it was a odd year, so it was a humpy year. It was a pink salmon year. We had, I believe, plus 6 million coming back to Puget Sound. A high percentage of those fish didn't even spawn.
No.
Because they were so malnourished. So this all has to do with cold water upwelling, which comes out of, winds out of the north to turn up that water. It looks like moving into 2026 here, the ocean conditions are going to see kind of a mediocre upwelling opportunity. It's not on the really good spectrum. It's not on the really poor. It's kind of right in the middle. So on the heels of losing so many fish outmigrant in the future here with the flood event,
right?
We're hoping for good ocean conditions that don't impact us.
One can only hope.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, going to do it for us. Want to thank Eric Kinne for joining us on today's program. We had a great time. Lots of good info there. Thanks for sticking around. We will see you next week. Same place, same time. And of course, take advantage. Get outdoors, get something done. Have a great week. We'll see you next time right here, Fish on Northwest. All righty. Yeah. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Hey, Chase, good to see you on here, man. Hopefully you enjoyed that interview with Eric. The man is a wealth of knowledge, as most of your staff is there. So, yes, Paul Vesey read that as well. Monty Boat Launch is about washed out. That one's going to need some work, definitely. This is where DFW taps into the reserve funds.
Oh boy.
But when they don't have any, it makes it kind of tough. I unfortunately just think that for some of these repairs and some of our boat ramps and access points and things of that nature, we may see some time before some of this stuff gets rebuilt, replaced.
Can we write Bill Gates, ask him for a loan?
Well, he's more into creating meat in a lab versus giving a rat's ass about our fish returns. It seems,
or any rodents.
It would be great if a few billionaires would jump on board and assist with DFW and funding some of this stuff, and working towards working towards solutions. I get excited about the discussions we've had recently as it relates to pinniped control. It's nice that it's getting some traction back in DC at the federal level.
That's where we need it.
Well, the Bureau of Indian Affairs, the BIA, can weigh in a lot on that back there. I'm hoping they leverage some call to action. I'm hoping that some of the representatives and the senators and whatnot get on board, recognize the need here in Washington State and Oregon, especially the Columbia River corridor, and of course, the Salish Sea out here, Puget Sound, is just a mess.
Right, it's a morass.
The cormorants and the mergansers are out of control. The pinnipeds, the gray seals, the harbor seals, out of control. There's just a lot. I mentioned it earlier. There's a lot of things impacting our ability to get these fish runs to survive.
And they talked about they had 16 different bullet points, right? They went after
that.
That's only 16. How many more little fringe ones we don't see?
Well, that's just their grabbing information to pull into their data and create their formulas based on ocean conditions. Like there's a lot to that based on weather and are we going to get the winds coming out of the north? Are we going to see the normal upwelling at the proper time of year to cool those surface temperatures in the ocean and of course, ocean currents and where they're pushing all the zooplankton and the copepods and the krill survivability is paramount, right? And without all that microorganisms out there for the krill to feed on, we really start finding ourselves in a bad place.
It's like the bees. Take away the bees, we're going to die.
100%.
Something small like that. It's the same deal out there. You take the krill out there, the copepods and all the plankton, and if you start killing that stuff off, the small fish, bigger fish feed, you take one rung out of that food chain, guess what? We're done.
In trouble. Yeah, we're in trouble. So warming water temps is a big one. And it's, is it cyclical? Is it something we're experiencing just because we're experiencing it? Is it changing of the atmosphere? Is it truly global warming? I mean, there's a lot of folks weighing in on this. I have yet to decide which way this goes, but I think we're spending a lot of money in the wrong direction on a lot of things.
Right.
And I think we can do better if we can get folks on board to get a little more aggressive on some of the things that need to be handled like right now.
Right.
Predation's a huge one.
If we can eliminate 50%, let's say, throw a number out there, of like just the birds alone in the lower Columbia, terns and there's millions of fish we save. Millions. Think about that. Ones when we paid for with our license fees.
At one point, I had read a report where they had ascertained that the river miles on the Columbia from the confluence of the Snake, where it dumps into the Columbia, to the estuary waters out at the mouth, they accounted for 14 bird colonies. Those 14 bird colonies would consume upwards of 65 to 70% of the outmigrant steelhead smolt in the Columbia River annually. So if you only have 30% of your outmigrant smolt making it to the ocean.
And that's just the bird predation.
That's just the bird predation.
Oh my goodness.
And of course they get hit big time when they come back as adults with all the California sea lions.
And then when they get out in the ocean, Katie bar the door. Everything eats them, right? Everything does.
Yeah, it's a tough battle, Royale, for sure. So again, all we can do is try to stay on top of this stuff. I talk with a lot of folks all the time that are in those positions of trying to do good work, trying to do God's work and save our fish.
And like Eric, he's
these guys are passionate about their work, and I appreciate their efforts. And I like to have those discussions. I like to try to stay informed. There's the ability to just bitch out there on social media. There's the opportunity to stay informed and carry on the discussion and ask the questions. Like if you're not hearing what you want to hear, ask the questions.
Sure.
What is truly going on?
And that's how you learn. And most of the loudest people are, I hate to say it, the ones that are the least informed.
Sure.
Are the loudest.
Yeah, they just stomp their feet and get mad, and throw stuff.
Sure.
Because they want results right now, but they're not bringing anything to the table. It's an old adage, but hey, just don't come to me with a complaint. Come to me with a solution.
Wow, there's a T-shirt or a bumper sticker right there.
Or a suggestion or a recommendation, or ask the question why.
Sure.
Why can't we do this? Why can't we broodstock every freaking hatchery in this state, right? Why can't we pull from genetic strains of wild fish predominantly and just put those back into the system if NOAA is so bent over about us putting hatchery fish, so-called hatchery fish from these genetic strains of recognized hatchery fish. Like there's wild fish in the river. Yeah, there's some bleed over. Talked with Eddie Leeser here several months ago about a number of things. One thing is, on some of these systems, you'd be amazed when you take what is deemed as a wild fish, genetic strain of wild fish, in a given body of water, and you do DNA sampling on that, you'd be amazed on the percentage of bleed over as far as hatchery interference into that genetic strain.
That's just the way it works. You know, in the wild and hatchery banquet, I was up, I talked about the quinaults and what they do.
Yeah.
The strains of fish, they're all from that river system.
Yeah.
And they're the most spectacular, big, wonderful hatchery steelhead in the world.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what what if we just followed their lead? What if?
Well, heading that direction, I mean, finally recognizing genetic strains of fish within basin is a huge one.
Right.
Realizing percentage of those fish that have been, you know, the mixed hatchery strain that's bled over into those wild strains. So your DNA structure looks different than it would have 50 years ago.
They did it in the Salduck for the longest time.
Sure.
But that program was canceled.
Yep.
And there was the most beautiful fish we'd catch there, like now, December and January, and the way they fought, the way they looked, a blind man could not tell what he had a hold of.
Well, we're trying to recover from damages that were done 50 plus years ago.
Right.
They created hatcheries to support the commercial harvest. They felt like, hey, all we got to do is produce fish and release them. We're going to be fine.
We'll build dams and just make more fish.
They took the Skamania strain of steelhead, put it everywhere. They took the Green River strain of Chinook salmon, put it in every river in Puget Sound.
They took
they're just fish.
The steelhead out of Chambers Creek.
Yep.
Put them all over the place.
Put them everywhere, right? They're just fish. It doesn't matter. Well, then I mean, you take that Green River stock of Chinook and you realize comparatively it's an inferior strain of fish.
It's like a bunch of tules,
right?
Quite frankly.
Quite frankly, that's what it is. And you look at those fish returning to the Nisqually River that turn brown out in the saltwater.
Right.
Because historically, that's not the fish that was returning there. Now, you know, it's exciting to talk with folks like David Trout, affiliated with the Nisqually tribe. It does a lot of really good work there. David's been on the show a number of times. They're excited about the resurgence of the wild fish, and they've done DNA studying on that. And at one point, he told me he feels like there's a crossover and some mixing in with Skagit fish that have made their way to South Puget Sound and are now, you know, growing in numbers. That wild strain of fish, these bigger, robust, chrome bright, big, healthy, stocky Chinook, big, huge adipose fins on them, completely different than what you're seeing that's been generated for years out of hatchery programs on that river.
That's just nature. They want the better genetics. Straying is what nature does.
Bring on that big fish.
You bet.
Bring it down south. That's fine with me. Catch a few of them out in the south.
I'm here to tell you the Skagit strain of Chinook, be it summer or whatever, summer or fall fish, they are the most spectacular fish you'll ever see.
Yeah. Well, for good reason. I mean, the rivers up there are just, I mean, those fish got to be strong. They cover a lot of miles.
And you think historically that when the dams were there, those fish went all the way up into hundreds of miles into Canada.
Exactly.
And they had to go through some pretty, what they call hydraulic barriers.
Yeah.
You know, and to go through, and only the biggest, strongest creatures are going to get through those. And so what do you got? After thousands and thousands of years of all those fish coming through, you got the strongest, biggest fish that make it through the spawn.
Good.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good. All righty. I say we wind this down, and I got some work to do as we get through the evening. Heading to Idaho tomorrow.
Well, yes, indeed.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Gonna go visit our spud buddies.
Yeah, that's right. And do a little steelhead fishing on the Clearwater with some of the boys, and enter the Derby, have a good time. Got some seminars to do. It's gonna be a great weekend.
We do.
No doubt about it.
It might be a little bit of celebrating when we get there too.
I never know about that. It could be a good time. So, hey, I want to thank all you folks for tuning in for today's program. Both shows that we kicked out, I felt pretty good about those. Looking forward to doing this time and time again. William, as long as you can make it on over here with that monster four-wheel drive you got out there.
If I could make this today,
yeah,
I can get through nuclear war.
Nothing's stopping you.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, going to do it for us. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. We should have some info coming out of Idaho this weekend. Stay tuned and look for us. We'll throw some reels and things out there as we're catching some of these magnificent steelhead over there. Going to be a good time. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.